Now available in paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, A Thorn in My Side. The man who rules the world takes on an agent from the CIA from the Black Boule in this all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get your copy of John Haynes' A Thorn in My Side in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere. In a previous video, I talked about how musician Van Hunt got his marriage proposal to Halle Berry put on hold by her. Now, putting this marriage proposal on hold for Van Hunt was an open disrespect directed straightly at him, and sadly, Van Hunt couldn't see how he was being disrespected because of the dysfunctional way we've been raising men for the last 60 years. Now, over the last 60 years, one of the problems we've had in our society is the way we've been raising boys to become men, and because we raise boys to become men in a dysfunctional fashion, a lot of those boys don't get taught the written and unwritten social rules of manhood, nor do they have the development of their self-esteem or self-worth to know that they're in a relationship that's basically going nowhere, and where this woman basically shows them absolutely no respect whatsoever. And that's what's happened here to Van Hunt, which basically is a symptom of a problem as related to the men in our society, in that those men do not understand anything as related to their intangibles of manhood, such as their dignity, their self-respect, or their self-worth, and they sit there and allow a woman to go out here and devalue them and openly disrespect them straight to their face. And what's really sad in a lot of cases is that these guys don't even know when they're being disrespected by these women. Now, in the case of Van Hunt and many men, again, this is a symptom of a problem of men who don't know about God, the Creator, or God's order, or understand their role in God's order, because had those men gotten an understanding of who created them and the role they were established for, many of those men, if they knew that they were made by God to be first and made to be his head and steward, they would see a woman like a Halle Berry putting their marriage proposal on hold as the open disrespect straight to their face that it actually is. And on seeing that disrespect, they would have gone out here and charged a woman like Halle Berry straight to the game and kept it pushing, because that whole putting your marriage proposal on hold is basically a slap straight to those men's faces in saying that this woman basically wasn't interested in following that man's lead or looking to submit to that man as his head. And that's what happened here with Van Hunt. He didn't have an understanding of his role as God's head or God's steward, and didn't understand that as the man, it is your job to take the lead in a relationship with a woman from minute one. And as you take that lead in that relationship, your goal as related to a relationship you're having with a woman, the ultimate goal is to see if this woman is fit for marriage and if that woman would be a viable partner for you in a marriage as your wife. That's the whole reason why you're getting involved with this woman. Unfortunately, because Van Hunt got a miseducation as related to relationships, he really didn't understand this and basically got involved with Halle Berry for all of the reasons of social currency as related to other men, instead of seeing if this woman is suited and viable for a relationship with him. And that again is because he was not educated in the Word of God to understand his role as a man, because a man who has been raised understanding his role as a man in God's order understands his job is to, one, serve God and submit only to Jesus, the ruler of the earth, and God, the creator of the universe, and to be his head and his leader as related to things on earth, and to go out here and be a responsible steward and be responsible for his home and the supervision of his home. And as he's looking for a woman to help meet those needs, he's looking for a partner who will submit to him and look to serve him. That's what a man is looking for. And as he gets gets involved with a woman, again, his goal is to find who will be a suitable helpmeet to him. And that's where Van Hunt basically made the mistake many men go out here and do. Again, thinking about the beauty of the woman and also thinking about submitting to the woman. And that's where they wind up having everything fall apart for them as related to things, as related to relationships. Now, when it came to Van Hunt, again, because he didn't have a good understanding of what it meant to be a man, what he did was get involved with Halle Berry, a woman who I believe was not really fit for any sort of relationship whatsoever, because she's already been divorced 3 times, has 2 kids by 2 different white men, and has gone through, again, 3 failed marriages. I mean, this is not a woman who you would think would be viable for a wife, but Van Hunt, because he was looking to have a relationship based on elevating his social status, basically got involved with Halle Berry. And as he got involved with Halle Berry, he really did not set the tone, because when you are a man and you get involved with a woman, you have to take the lead and you have to set the tone for the relationship. Moreover, you have to set the direction for the relationship. And this is what many boys and young men really don't understand about relationships, is that as the man, you're the one who is supposed to set the tone from day one. You're the one who has to set the direction from minute one. And your goal, again, is not about having a good time with this woman. No, your goal is to see if this woman's values and character are things that are going to fit into your program, and if she is going to be a compatible partner as related to getting with your program. And as you see if this woman is, again, fitting your program and looking to follow your lead, this is where you consider if this woman is wife material. And that's when you, again, know this within about 6 months to a year. No, you ain't going to be waiting no long time to figure this stuff out like Van Hunt did. Now, Van Hunt basically, again, because he got a miseducation as related to this whole Madison Avenue concept of dating, which was created way back in the 1940s. Again, the whole concept of dating was created by the wealthy because they wanted to get men off the road of courtship that was established before this, because before the whole dating concept was created, there was a whole process of courtship. And again, courtship went through the father, and a man had to go to the father and ask for permission to spend time with his daughters. And over the courtship that was supervised by the father, the man had to show that he was ready to, again, provide a home for this woman, be able to provide a way to take care of future children, and basically show how he was going to lead that daughter and make sure that she would basically be a part of a program. A man had to be established in a place where he was, again, in a place where he had a job or a business to be able to show his responsibility for taking care of himself. Then he had to show how he would take care of the daughter, and that's when the man would allow the woman to spend time with this man and eventually see if they were compatible for marriage. And if things worked out, that's when the man proposed marriage. And after he proposed marriage, that's when the father let the daughter marry the man. And that's what led to a man who understood his role as related to God's order, getting involved with women. Again, a guy just couldn't come off the street, because during that time, if they knew the father was involved, they wouldn't even bother going over there, because they knew they wouldn't get anywhere. But the whole thing is, over time, as they created the concept of the teenager and the concept of dating, this is where the whole goal started to change. And as the goal changed, we started to see guys, again, getting involved with girls before they understood their roles and before they weren't even ready. And that's where we got the issue of guys today like Van Hunt, and who basically, again, in his mid-50s, which is really sad, still going out here getting involved with a woman like Halle Berry, who already has, again, a questionable record, and getting involved with her without a viable goal. Now, what really messed up with Van Hunt is that he was involved with this woman for 5 years. I mean, courting this woman or dating this woman for 5 years and letting her lead the relationship. And as she led the relationship, she didn't want to get married. No, what she wanted to do was be in this role of what I called in a previous live stream, the forever girlfriend. Now, some women out here, because they're feminists, they basically want to stay in this role of forever girlfriend because they don't want to take that next step, because they don't want to submit to a man in a marriage, and they don't want to be under the leadership of that man. And what they do is go out here and look to continue being a forever girlfriend, when that's basically a waste of one of the great intangibles of life, which is time. Because a man, usually when he gets involved with a woman, he has one goal as related to anything such as dating, and the ultimate goal is to see if this woman is viable to be a wife. But when a man doesn't understand his role in God's order, doesn't understand his role as a head or a steward that is responsible to God, what happens with that man is that he winds up on the road of dysfunction, getting involved with a woman based on how pretty she is, and related to things as related to how she can elevate his social currency, but not looking at how this woman is fitting into his life, and not seeing how this woman basically is not looking to have intangibles of character to show how she's going to be a partner to you, and not seeing how this woman basically has little regard for you, because again, most women understand how precious time is, and they don't want to waste time at all being in a forever girlfriend role, because a forever girlfriend role means that your relationship is not growing, it's basically stagnating. And in the case of many guys like Van Hunt, they basically sit there not seeing how their relationship is going nowhere, not seeing how things are going nowhere as related to things. No, what they're doing is thinking, oh, I got me a hot girlfriend, she's so fly. But the whole thing is she going to have the values and the character to be a partner in your life? That's the critical question guys like this don't ask, because many of them don't have any understanding of their role as men. Many of these men don't know what it means to take the lead and set the direction in the relationship. Many of these men really are, again, have low self-esteem and low self-worth. And because they have low self-esteem and low self-worth, they sit there and stay in these forever girlfriend and forever boyfriend relationships that basically go nowhere. I mean, these relationships do not really go anywhere or mature, because this woman herself is in a state of arrested development where she's at a mental age of about maybe 13, 14 years old, or 16 at best, and she's still trying to be a teenager instead of taking the role of a woman. And what happens is that guys basically sit there and think, oh, everything is going good because they've got sexual access. But sexual access is nothing when you're involved with this type of woman who basically shows that she has no real respect for you. And that's what flies over the heads of many of these guys. They're thinking, oh, she's pretty, she's given me sexual access, everything is good. But the whole thing is this woman doesn't respect you, and she's just, again, wasting your time. And that's what happens to guys like Van Hunt, who again don't understand their role as a man. They don't understand how they're just basically being disrespected straight to their face. And that's something I saw over the course of things as related to little slights that Halle Berry was participating in with Van Hunt, where she was basically, again, going out here posing nude on balconies and going out here and as related to that, letting people know that she was still available. Because again, when a woman respects you, she's not going to be out there like that, because she understands she got to reflect positively on you. And with her showing her whole body to the world, what she's showing is that she has no respect for a dude. Moreover, there was an incident where she said she wanted this dude to sign a prenup, again, showing how she was looking to lead the relationship, because when you're the man, again, a woman wants to follow your lead, but when a woman is putting her own money over you, basically she's saying, I got no respect for this man. And that's basically what the signs that Van Hunt wasn't reading, because he didn't understand what it meant to be a man. And again, a lot of guys, they don't pick up on this stuff because they basically basically are mesmerized by these women's beauty or dumbfounded by their booty or looking to get their taste of the atomic waste from the special place to understand that every time she disrespects you, you're losing face. And again, because these guys don't understand how they're being disrespected, they sit there and stay in this relationship where everything is basically pointing to everything going nowhere. I mean, everything's going nowhere, but he's in the clouds, all dumbfounded by that beauty. And as he's dumbfounded by that beauty, I mean, what happens to this dude is he doesn't see that this relationship is going nowhere because he's not leading. She's basically got him chasing her, and as he's chasing her, she's got him running around in a circle, going nowhere, when you're supposed to be in a straight line headed towards a goal. And the goal, again, is to see if this woman is viable for marriage. And once you, as a man, go out here and make a marriage proposal, once you put your offer on the table, offering her to be a part of your program, and that woman basically goes out here and says no, what she's saying is that she doesn't want to be with you. And that's where you, as a man, have to go out here and charge her to the game, because even though you may still like this woman basically has disrespected you straight to your face, because you put an offer on the table to say that you want this woman to be a part of your life. And when she says that she is going to say no, that's where you withdraw your presence from that woman, because ultimately, again, when you make a marriage proposal and a woman goes out here and says, oh, I'm putting it on hold, no, your time she's already showing she has no respect for you, one. Two, has no respect for your time, because she strung you along for 5 years, and again, sat there seeing what type of man you were, and again, this is why she basically strung him along for 5 years, because this guy didn't have the backbone or the stones to set that goal for his relationship. Because as a man, when you get involved with women, the ultimate goal is to see if this woman is marriage material and to take her down the aisle. That's your goal as a man. You want to see if this woman is ready to be your wife, whether it be under the standard of God or the standard of the state. Your goal is to see if this woman is wife material, and if she's not wife material, then you just end the relationship and keep it pushing. But a lot of guys, again, because they grew up in an age where we didn't really have strong families, we didn't have fathers in the home to basically vet not only the guys for the daughters, but also vet the women as related to things, because you need a father and a mother to vet these women. And again, you definitely do need your mom to vet a woman, because she could basically sit down and see if someone is going to waste your time and is not a quality woman. That's what a good woman is going to do. Sit down and tell you, no, don't get involved with her. She's just a bust down. She's just a gun. She's for the streets. And again, chicks will tell a guy that they care about the truth about a woman. And you got to take a minute and listen to another woman, because she knows women better than you. And she doesn't want a bad guy for her son, because that's, again, a bad look on her, the same way a bad dude, is a bad look for a father. So when it comes down to women, again, when you see a woman going out here and you offer her marriage, again, this is the ultimate goal for most women, and the thing that shows that she graduates to womanhood and she turns it down. That's when you turn around and leave, because your time is too precious to waste on a female, especially a woman who basically doesn't appreciate the offer you're presenting. I mean, as a man, if you already have your stuff together, like a Van Hunt, or you have your house straight, and this woman doesn't want to be a part of your program, and she says stuff like, oh, I'm putting your proposal on hold. I mean, if you were in a business situation and you were, again, looking to work with investors, and there was money on the table, and the investors basically were saying, hey, I want to put your proposal on hold, that's where you would basically look at that and say, that's a waste of my time. I'm not going to waste 6 months, a year, 2 years waiting for these people to look to finance my project, when there are other competitors who basically are looking to take that offer as related to things. They basically looking to put some money in, got the cash ready to go, ready to give you a start date. I mean, if you're in a business situation and you put a proposal on the table, you put an offer on the table to someone, and they go out here and tell you they want to put your project on hold, and there's a competitor out there saying, I got the money ready, we ready to go. Guess what? You're going to go with the dude who got his money and ready to go, and tell the dude who told you, oh, I got to put the proposal on hold. He getting charged to the game, and you're going to get ready to stack this money because you understand time is money and time is precious. That's what a smart man understands. He's like, okay, I got I got this company over here. They're sitting up there hemming and hawing, and their quality ain't really that good. I mean, when I look at Halle Berry, she's like a really shoddy company. Again, you already got multiple failures, and you're gonna tell me you're gonna put me on hold. Meanwhile, there's other people out there looking to make you an offer. And again, smart men understand their time on this earth is precious. And again, they have got a program that's going to work. And again, they're going to go out here and work with a partner who's going to help them get their stuff out there. And they're going to leave the female who's, again, got the problems and want to put stuff on hold. Again, they understand that sticking with this chick is not good for their business. It's not a good look because it shows that you're not taking the lead as related to your life in business. And the same principle applies for your social life. Again, you want to deal with people who, again, are serious about working with you. You're going to deal with somebody who's interested in working with you from minute one, interested in, again, helping you meet your goals, and again, wants to be a part of your program. And that's what many men don't understand. Again, a lot of guys will go to college and talk about business, but don't know how to handle their business as related to their social life in the streets, don't know how to handle their business as related to their lives in God's order as stewards, because a steward has to understand, again, you are responsible to God, you are accountable to God, and again, you want to, again, have a record that's pretty decent, again, as related to things. And again, when I look at a lot of guys out here, they don't really see how that what Halle Berry did was disrespectful to Van Hunt. A lot of guys don't see that at all and don't understand, again, when you are a man and you put a proposal on the table to a woman and she goes out here and says no to that proposal, that's where you draw up her termination papers and send her packing. No, you don't sit there and allow yourself to be put in a forever boyfriend position or forever girlfriend position. I mean, I talk about this also in my book, Spinsterella Goth Girl Summer, where Matilda gets this guy who makes this living together proposal, and that's where she charges him to the game because she says, you know, I came here for marriage. Again, I'm dating you for marriage. I'm not getting involved with you just to go out here and just be in a dating thing that goes on forever, or that turns into a living together situation that turns into a disaster. And when it comes down to men, we have to understand, as the leaders that God established, our goal is to see if this woman is wife material. And if she's not wife material, basically at that point, we charge her to the game because our time is precious and we ain't got no time to be fooling around with no female who basically wants to waste our time just looking around. Again, some of these chicks, again, want to look around and see what a guy is like and basically want to play with guys, but you can't allow somebody to waste time out of your life the way Van Hunt did. But that happened because Van Hunt didn't understand the principles as related to being a man, didn't understand his role as a man, and that's why he's sitting up there thinking disrespect is perfectly fine, when any other man who understood his role as a man would have understood his time is too precious in dealing with a thrice divorced woman with 2 kids by 2 different men. Again, his time is too precious to waste, and he wouldn't have been entertaining this woman as he saw behavior that showed she had no regard for him. No, he would have looked at things like the prenup. He would have looked at things like the taking the nude pictures on the balcony and said, you know, this ain't the woman for me. I'm going to charge her to the game. And he would have kept it pushing because he understood that his whole image as a man was more important than anything. His whole role, understanding of his intangibles of manhood were more important than anything. Understanding your dignity, understanding your self-respect, understanding your worth as a man. This is something a lot of young guys gotta start understanding. You gotta start understanding your worth as a man and understanding your value to God, because God loves you and He wants the best for you. And part of that is understanding that some situations you just don't put up with, just even if you think that women are scarce. And this is the reason why a lot of simps stay with bad women, is that they think opportunities with women are scarce, but that's not the case at all. No, there's plenty of women out there, but you have to understand, again, your worth as a man to be able to find quality women. And when you understand your worth as a man, you're not going to waste your time with toxic women like a Halle Berry. And when you see women, again, openly disrespecting you, you take your respect by taking yourself away from that woman. You take yourself away from that woman, because if she can't give you respect in the beginning of the relationship, it's just going to end badly. And you have to understand your respect is the most important thing. Your respect is the most important intangible of a relationship. Your respect is the most important part of a relationship. And any relationship where you cannot get respect is basically doomed to fail. And if a woman is openly disrespecting you, again, this is where you take yourself away. When she says no to your marriage proposal, again, you made her an offer, and if she did not accept the offer, this is where you stop doing business with her the same way you would do if you were dealing with a company where they didn't make you a job offer, but they keep calling you for interviews. I mean, if there's no offer on the table as related to business, again, you have no reason to continue to deal with these people who want to waste your time. Again, when you're in a social situation, it's just like a business situation. Again, if a person if you make an offer and they don't accept the offer, that's where you go out here and charge them to the game, keep it pushing, and see what your options are as related to the social marketplace as a man, because chances are you will find somebody better in the social marketplace, better than the woman who doesn't appreciate the offer you're going to make. And when you go out here and leave that woman alone and handle your business, you'll show everyone that you're a man who should be respected, because you understand your role as a man, you understand your value as a man, you understand your worth as a man, and understanding your worth as a man is walking away from situations that are not going to be beneficial or prosperous to you. Now, if you want to learn how to identify toxic women like a Halle Berry to avoid them, you can pick up my books in the Simp series, like Stop Simping, Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance, Stop Simping in the Workplace, Stop Simping in Cyberspace, and you can pick up my other men's issues like Manginas, The Misadventures of Captain Save-'em, The Man Crisis, The Woman Crisis, and if you want to find out why women like Halle Berry are a complete mess, you can pick up my books, The Woman Crisis and Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. And you can also find all of those books on Amazon.com and other online booksellers like Draft Digital, Google Play, Barnes & Noble, and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. And all of these books will teach you, again, your worth as a man and your value as men, and help you get an understanding of what it means to have that worth and value. That's something many men don't understand. And if you start to understand your worth and value as men, you won't waste your time on toxic women who look to suck your energy and drain you of your life and your passion. That's what you'll learn from reading my books and watching my content. And if you want to see me make more content talking about men's issues, you can drop a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Coming to paperback and e-readers, Spinsterella Goth Girl Summer. Take a trip into the macabre world of goth modeling in the new millennium in this all-new Spinsterella story. Pre-order your copy of Spinsterella Goth Girl Summer at Amazon.com and other online booksellers everywhere. Now available in paperback and e-readers. Esteemed Season of the Witch Girl. The aspiring angel takes on a wicked teenage witch in this action-packed, all-new Esteemed series adventure. Pick up your copy of Esteemed Season of the Witch Girl in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers today. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.